once was a kid on the basketball court. His coach had height, but his height was short. He tried his best to fulfill his dreams. This is the story about the young me. I was a player and all sorts of name. I made baskets and I spit that game. One day I was on the court hustling others to help out my mama. Dad was in prison for domestic violence and I didn't want to let it down. So I did what I could to help make ends meet. Life was a cruel game, so I was trying to cheat. I was out one morning out on the court doing what I could. This guy came out of nowhere and challenged, so I said I would. I was hustling. I wasn't going to lose. I refused. But karma was my dad. I was being abused. I shook him, but he grabbed me and I started to twist. I was in severe pain. I just tore my meniscus. Alright, this is me. Alright. A meniscus tear is a common knee injury. The meniscus is a rubbery C-shaped disc that cushions your knee. A meniscus tear is a D-shaped disc that cushions your knee.
Well, you're not ready for that hot fire.
You guys ready? Alright. A meniscus tear can be caused by twisting your knee while your foot is bent. This can't happen to Superman, but it can happen to Clark Kent. There are 3 types of tears: minor, severe, and moderate. I'm about to explain the difference between the conglomerate. A minor tear can cause slight pain and swelling that dissipates within 2 to 3 weeks. With a moderate tear, it takes 2 to 3 days to hit the peak. It tears the side or the center of your knee and goes away between 1 and 2 weeks. If not treated correctly, then it can stay around for a few years. I'm done talking about moderate. Now it's time to move on to severe. Torn pieces of the meniscus can move in the joint space. It can pop, lock, and just hurt in general, so you might want to get a knee brace. It may get wobbly and give way without warning. It may not hurt now, but it'll hurt in the morning. The older you are, the more the menisci are worn. You have a greater chance of getting hurt, of getting it torn. Now I'm done about talking about pain. I'm done trying to rhyme. You better check your watches because it's ride time.
YOLO.
Swag.
Shut up. Alright. Amateur hour is over. Ron Wilson taking over. You couldn't match my drive if you lit a flame on my chauffeur. Now you say what caused this knee injury, any forceful knee twisting activity, like when you stop dribbling and get off pivot. Now take a second and pretend you might just start feeling me. Let me go back in. You got 2 menisci that rest between your thigh and your shins. These are what help with weight distribution. Then you got the patella, tibia, and femur helping actively, so you can ball out against the faculty all around the battlefield and stand to your feet and rally me. But what happens when everything goes wrong? You either got your meniscus torn, or Casey Anthony just found some chloroform. But you better beware, because traumatic injury and degenerative process are the 2 most common causes of a meniscus tear. Like and cheese. What's wrong with him? Like his knee. What are the signs and symptoms? Well, get over here. There's 3 types of tears: minor, moderate, and severe. If it's minor, relax, you straight like Michelin. You'll just have slight pain and swelling. It's only common sense that something worse is moderate, but this is why I continue to grow for every O. And I don't mean to be all iffy, but little Peter isn't the only thing that will be spiffy. You think the blues hurt? Get out of here. Pain in your knee is going to be sharp as a spot here. And don't get me started on severe. You're going to need your space because the pieces of the meniscus can move into the joint space. So never try to hop because this can literally make your knee pop, lock, and drop. Your knee will be like wobbly, wop, wop. You'll fall and have more people surround you than a ghetto bus stop with James Moss selling $10 Pop-Tarts. The doctor will check out your medical history, make sure to examine you by comparing both knees, and use your ability to test tenderness, range of motion, and stability. Keep it cool, kid, and don't move during your X-ray and MRI. You'll make it through, believe it. Nostradamus foreseen it. Now get ready for your meniscus treatment. If you rest, ice and wrap your knee with a bandage, I promise you don't manage. Look, it's Ron Wilson, you overslept for his children. I got that blood in my eyes like I just put in yours. Major presentation with mockery while me and Thompson fill the prophecy. As I look back awkwardly at where these 17 years has got me, I'm in my prom night in the sky. They tried to stone me like Piggy on Lord of the Flies. But I tried the spot where they combined us. Their eyes were closed, but now they bound out to your highness. I swear I'm gonna blow and get higher than that video of Miley Cyrus. You thought it would fail, but oh no. I was in my room working while y'all was drinking for locos. I'm the finisher, aka the lyrical sharpshooter. Excuse the grammar. I wasn't really strong with my English teacher like Mr.
Ooh.
Ron Wilson.
Ooh.
Ron Wilson Crawford, I'm never sloppy. I be getting mean green like Albert Toffee.
No.